Well, everybody, as you see, it's me, Animal Guns. Sorry, I'm recording this with my phone because I don't got a regular camera. So my videos get a little more famous, and maybe somebody will send me a nice old video camera to start making videos. Because I am a computer programmer and I've been trying to get a job doing it, and I've been learning. I've been getting well versed with Linux, and as you see, this is my third time loading MX Linux. And it loads. It loads with no problems. And like I said in my last video, when you're doing the installation and you hit next and it asks you to partition and what you want to partition and all this other stuff, you have to basically put 0. I put a couple of zeros. It didn't work that time. I put 1 0. And if anybody knows anything, even I think even maybe somebody who don't know much about computers should know that computers calculate everything to zeros, ones, and twos. So basically, more or less, I put in a 0. The installation got to the end. I also realized that the distributions on the CDs, because I got Ubuntu, I got Prime OS, I got Linux Mint, I got Arc, I got all these things on CDs. I got a stack of CDs with all different kind of OSs and stuff like that. Because I've been trying to get away from Windows, but I always keep at least one computer with Windows in it. And as you see, it rebooted with no problem. It doesn't crash like Linux Mint. Linux Mint's always going back into fallback mode because it says something's wrong, and then you keep trying to restart. You keep trying to restart the Cinnamon whatever, and it don't want to restart. But as you see, it's working fine. It works beautiful. And I don't have a graphics card on my computer, and you will be shocked. I mean, most people come to my house, and they see this old-ass desktop that I got right here, as you see, which is a compact Presario with a Pentium 4, It does have 2 gigs of RAM in it that I put in it, so I'm overclocking the machine. I got a pretty good hard drive in it. And as you know, these distributions are light on the hardware, you know what I'm saying? It don't push the hardware. As you see up there, it tells you what is clocking my machine out at right now. And it's clocking the HDD at 14%. My memory is at 17%. My CPU is at 3%. It fluctuates. Sometimes it'll shoot all the way up to 100, drop back down, go up to 50, it goes up and down. But so far, if you see, look, my mouse, everything's like beautiful. I think MX, like a lot of people will tell you, MX is actually one of the best, I could say, Linux distributions. It kind of reminds me not too much of Windows. I mean, besides this key, Windows-ish, but like. This looks more like a Mac OS type of program, and I'm well versed in Apple stuff, even though I don't like Apple too much. If people send me, sometimes people send you stuff, they might have an old computer they don't want. And they're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to send it to this guy since he likes programming stuff and he likes tweaking stuff and playing with stuff. And, I appreciate it. If there's anybody out there that got old computers they don't want no more, machines like this that they don't want no more, laptops, even though I got, I got a nice computer that my girlfriend bought me as a present. A nice laptop with Windows 8 in it. Because I really don't like Windows 10 too much. But I since I'm familiar with Linux, and I was using Linux Mint for a while. Switched to Debian 9, didn't like Debian 9 too much, kind of plain. I try to customize my background, stuff like that. It's not like MX. MX is fully customizable. You know, it comes preloaded with a whole bunch of stuff, you know. And, I mean, you could also add more stuff to it. So, you know, I'm just running through everything now, and just seeing what I want to use. I want to learn how to install. I'm going to install games on here, stuff like that, you know. But as you see, it reboots with no problem. I mean, if you guys don't mind watching long videos, because I know some people don't like it and they skip it, I'll reboot this thing for you so you can see. You know, I'll restart it. You know, I'll restart it so you see that what I did, putting zeros, and everything reboots fine. It's booting fine. It logs out fine. You know, and I mean, you know, as you see, it's an old ass compact. You know, old compact Presario, running MX Linux, but better than it ran my Linux Mint, because this is the machine that I test everything on, actually. And I tested on here because if I fuck this machine up, pardon my French, you know, I don't want to get blocked by YouTube or banned for cursing, but, you know, pardon my French, you know, if it does F up on me, you know, and you see my boot menus there, and I did it with 0, you know, and I clicked on MBR on the after it finished clicking everything in, and it tells you the installation's finished, whatever. Don't click root, don't click the last one. Click the NBR, because I noticed these discs are NBRs, and it still boots. Mine says error. If you look right here, I can't really focus in very well. Let me see if I can focus in. That's the lighting. If you see, I got an error message right there, and I don't know what the error message is. I don't know if the error message is just a flaw in just something. Maybe I need to put something else in there. It says conflict detected, whatever. Something stolen region. If somebody knows anything about what that is, you know, feel free to drop me a email. You know, like I said, my email is Animal Guns in capital letters with a Z, not an S, and 1975@gmail.com, or you could drop a comment under my page on YouTube, you know, under the comments on these videos. And like I said, as you see, I put in 0. I parted the partition with 0. The swap drive 0. You know, so the boot 0. I did everything, all the partitions, and see now it said everything said okay. Even though the first part said it had 2 errors, I don't know. It still loads up fine. As you see, it's going right back into my desktop. Now this is the 5th time I've restarted it, because I see there's a lot of people saying that they install it the first time, they shut it down, it reboots once, okay, and then the second or third time they try to boot it, it don't want to boot up. As you see, Ethernet cable, because these old machines, I got a Wi-Fi dongle, it don't work. I guess maybe I got to install the drivers, but it works on all my other machines, you know. I got about 3 different computers. I got one that I'm trying to fix. It's also old. It's an old compact laptop, actually, and I need a better one of those little hard drives for it, because I think the hard drive is shot on it, and I probably need to upgrade the RAM and then throw something like this in there, or Ubuntu or something. But as you see, it loaded up, you know, fine. It's working fine. Everything's working fine, and going to the internet. You know, I'm going to start going to the package installer, installing packages on here and stuff like that. You know, working on codes and stuff like that in the terminal, and see if I could tweak this computer out a little more. And as far as graphics-wise, it's pretty decent. It's running certain games for me without a graphics card, even though I do need a graphics card really, really bad, because YouTube does not, all I hear is voice. All I hear is the audio. I barely get the YouTube looks like a still video. There's anybody out there that want to donate any parts, anything, want to donate pieces, anything, donate computers, feel free to shoot me an email, and I'll give you my address, and you can mail it to me. And to all the Linux users out there, keep using Linux, man. Keep using it. Keep using it, because Linux is only getting better and better and better and better. And one day, I think Linux will take over, and Linux will come pre-installed in computers the way Microsoft comes, the way Windows comes installed in computers. And I think Linux one day, me personally, will one day be the common OS and will be the main OS on all laptops and computers, because I find it to be better. And I'm sure once more people promote this stuff, you know, through word of mouth, making videos, stuff like that, you know, well, I want to cut this video short. I don't want to bore nobody. So everybody.